Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're bringing you our very first trimaran tour. We are on board of NEEL 47 Trimaran. We're super excited to show you this one. It has a lot of very different, unique features, very specific to this brand, and also trimarans. So let's not waste your time, come on board.
That is one unique feature, right? These stainless steel brackets, which are mounted there, most of you probably already guessed, it's for the tender. So now it's like, how do we get the tender out there from the water? Or how do we get it down if it's up there? So a matter of fact, they're actually using the boom and the topping lift. So your topping lift becomes your crane line and your boom acts as your arm. So as you can see, the lazy jacks are not just attached to the sailbag, they're actually going down all the way to the boom. And when we use the topping lift to crane up or lift up the dinghy, the boom will hang on the lazy jacks. Pretty cool, unique feature on this trimaran, how to lift up the dinghy onto the cradles. Well done, I think.
I'm going to point out the feature that I'm seeing that is more specific for Mediterranean cruising, but there's actually a spot here to lock in your passerelle, which is pretty cool. You know, normally it's just sliding back and forth kind of. This is pretty great. It already has a designated spot.
And then also all the way aft is your life raft in the locker right there.
Yep.
All right, shall we go explore?
Yeah.
Right here on the floor I see the access to the emergency tiller, and then we have fresh water and diesel fills, pretty conveniently located.
We should have a little chat about the difference between a trimaran and a catamaran, difference in sailing, performance, just like what are the advantages and claim advantages, disadvantages, you know, there are a lot of different opinions out there. Neil's stand on this is that the trimarans are very stable because main center of weight distribution is in the center. Basically like a monohull with pontoons on the side.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So it's gliding differently. It is not distributing weight towards the back like you would typically have on other catamarans. So it's just a different weight distribution, which allows a better performance and a better stability.
Well, yeah, the trimaran sails pretty much like a monohull. So you can point upwind a little higher than with a catamaran. It's performing better than a catamaran, at least, I mean, a trimaran, not a monohull necessarily. Specifically, trimaran performs better than a catamaran. You have some sacrifices space-wise. You still have the catamaran size salon, or space at least, which you can design however you want to design it. The outer pontoons are definitely a little narrower than on a catamaran.
Yeah, on the interior, the one thing to point out though, if you compare this to some of the other production catamarans, actually this is just a tiny bit wider than the catamaran on the full beam.
Yeah, like a Lagoon 46, 30 or 40 centimeters narrower than this 47 Neil.
So it's really not much of a trade-off.
It's the same.
In terms of, you know, you're still gonna probably need an end tie in a lot of places in the world. And if there are slips, you will fit in the same slip as
a catamaran.
A catamaran.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really not a trade-off, but there are definitely going to be some, you know, in the pontoon type of trade-offs. But there's so many other cool features come. Really interesting feature. This completely slides out and opens you up to interior, exterior space.
So I mean, now it's like if you want to have friends over, you're at the anchorage, you want to invite half of the anchorage. I mean, you have space. Because
you have all of this seating here, you have this, and you have that. You can have some kind of foldable table here if you actually want to accommodate, like feeding people.
I was just about to say, with the two tables and an open space, you can have dining for 10 people.
Absolutely. Is there also enclosure possibility here, huh?
There's no track installed on this boat here, but of course, yeah, you can have a track installed and then enclose the whole space.
It's pretty nicely going to become an extension of your interior space.
100%.
It's kind of set for it in the design stage here.
So all very safe walkways. Got the sugar scoops here again, like extending out what we like. You know, if you have floating docks,
Yeah.
Easy to board or deboard the boat.
On and off for sure. It's kind of neat. You've got like 3 separate set points where you can board and deboard depending on where you are. There's like a griddle, little griddle thing here, which I guess in the new models is raised up a little bit, makes it a little more comfortable. This specific yacht is coming out of Trimaran Yacht Charter, which belongs to NEEL Trimarans, and this set up as a charter boat, as a bareboat charter. So if you're buying a NEEL catamaran and you really want to spend some time in it and see how it is, instead of doing like flying in and doing like a sea trial for a few hours with the company, you can actually go bareboat charter and really see if you like to own one.
And then you customize your personal one.
Exactly. So this is set up kind of on the, I would say on the interior on a lower package, like a charter package.
Yeah. Want to point out the transom shower right there? Serious transom shower.
Yeah. Is this the same as there?
Yeah. Storage locker.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So if you open it up, it's a pretty large storage locker. Lots of space in there. Same on the other side.
And they're both finished, right?
Yes.
Completely, which is, you guys know, is a pet peeve of Rico's. He likes them finished.
I mean, the bilge area, which is not finished up properly or has a bilge coat on it to protect your fiberglass and your resin, is a job half done.
Agreed. All right, let's go forward on the port side. What are these for?
To lock in like a block for sailing or safety lines.
Got it.
It's a very comfortable walk forward.
Definitely. Feels actually extremely wide for 47.
Yeah.
Because you're on a trimaran. But if I'm comparing it to a catamaran, this is super wide and safe. Our dog Marco would be very comfortable going up here, but if it's more narrow, he gets scared. He wouldn't come up here. All right.
So then we have 2 trampolines.
Correct.
Princess seats.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. I will gladly demonstrate.
I'm looking at the pontoons, right?
Yeah.
They look very sporty, I tell you that.
Yeah, and it looks like a freeboard. It's pretty high out of the water.
Would love to test sail one.
I would love to see some dolphins on this.
Right.
Look, you can actually see how the center is coming right out.
The bow part,
yeah,
it's not even touching the water right now. Then we have our bowsprit there with the anchor in the center. This boat is outfitted with 2 foresails, so we have a staysail, which is a self-tacking setup, and then we have a Genera on a regular 2-sheet setup. And of course, you could have a Code Zero or any other large foresail, which is an option. It's not outfitted on this vessel right now.
So these 2 are actually, this will be a shower, your master shower, and this kind of in the walkway to it, right?
It's in the, yeah, I think so. It's in the corridor like towards the shower.
And this is another storage area here.
Wow.
Which is almost like a workshop. Look at this thing.
Wow. So shelves installed there with batteries for the bow thruster, which we see all the way there on the bottom. All the way forward is the anchor locker, and then still so much storage space for additional sails or whatever you want to store in there. Toys, water toys. That's a big locker.
Yeah, and the anchor locker is definitely a crawlable space. Like if you really have issues,
if you had to go in there.
Yeah, you could really actually get in there.
Speaking of that, we have our anchor foot switches here, windlass switches, and then hooking in a bridle on this boat here is an ease.
So easy. Yeah, for sure.
The accessibility to the chain is super easy. If you have to twist the anchor when you pull it up and it doesn't come up the right way, it's fairly easy as well. You just take a boat hook.
Yep.
It's a really easy, convenient setup for sure.
Yeah, it's not bad. All right.
So here on this boat, 3 solar panels fitted right now. But I see there's plenty more space where you could put solar panels if you wanted to.
Any flat surface right here on a hardtop is going to work.
If you purchase a NEEL for yourself and you really want to deck it out, there's plenty of space for solar panels as well as plenty of space for lithium-ion batteries. So, I mean, you could be off the grid for quite some time.
Very interesting. Let's check out this locker here because we have them on both sides. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with all this exterior storage and access everywhere.
Good amount of storage, for sure.
And they're all outfitted perfectly, nothing exposed.
They're finished, you mean?
Finished, yeah, exactly. Okay.
So these are hatches for the pontoon cabins, right?
Correct. So this is a 3-cabin layout. You have a master in the center, very interesting, and then you have 2 guest pontoons, which are separate entrance, private entrance.
Yeah.
Bit of a trade-off. So you've got this like super privacy in that pontoon. It's a little bit more narrow than you would have on a cat, and it's a bit less cabin possibility on the 47-footer, 3 versus you would probably have you could do a 4 on a 46 cat.
Oh, one thing we forgot to point out, your ventilation hatches.
Oh yeah, right here.
So you have one in the bow, one on each side. So you have 3 there, and the big sliding door in the back, so good potential for a decent cross breeze. We have negative windows.
Do we?
Yes, we do.
That's true. Slightly negative.
With an overhang from the coach roof. So that keeps the boat a lot cooler than some other models which don't have it.
Yeah.
Because the sun is not going to hit the windows, it's not going to get as hot
True,
inside.
and if you got spray, it's more likely coming down.
Correct.
You know. Okay. Before it's getting dried by the sun when the surface is this way.
It bakes in.
Yeah, it bakes in, yeah. All right, so at the helm here, you know, this is kind of neat because actually you could sit here as well if you wanted to. So instead of having like a steps, you know, they just did a simple seat kind of look here.
And again,
cool.
it's a bareboat charter version of the boat.
Yes.
So of course you could have cushions there. You could have it, you know, poshed up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think of the helm?
First thing, what really stands out, because you kind of feel you're on the catamaran even though you're not. We only have one engine control, one engine throttle and shifter.
Yeah, that is different.
Because it's a trimaran, so we only have a single engine.
Yeah.
And the boat comes standard with a bow thruster, so you're good to go.
It's like basically a monohull with pontoons on the side.
A monohull with pontoons on the side and a bow thruster.
Cool.
Exactly. So then we have our chain counter right here, the Volvo Panther instrument, our start and stop button, also Volvo, B&G electronics package on here with the autopilot as well. The boat is easily sailed single-handed because you have all your lines led right back here to the helm. To your winches, you have a flat winch mounted there. This flat winch is actually used for the tender lift.
Okay.
So it's a topping lift / tender lift. Everything is right here. Yeah, if you want to see your sails, of course, you have a window in there. Keep an eye on your sails. And if you want to stay out of the sun, you just close it up.
So I volunteer myself to check out these cushions here and also the boom. So you guys often ask us about access to the boom when we're checking out the cats. This is pretty great, I gotta say. It feels very safe. There's a lot of room around. Wow, there's so much space for solar.
A lot.
You can really load this up.
And again, if you look at the coach roof, it's extremely wide. If you put solar panels, you would put the solar panels on the shiny parts of the roof. So the non-skid part, I would not put the solar panels, which makes total sense. Would be most likely covered by the boom and the sailback, and so you create a shadow which takes down the efficiency of your solar panels. It's so far outside, you actually would have easier time with shadowing.
It's a great layout cushion here.
Yeah.
So when you're underway, you're pretty much hanging out together.
And this is what I mentioned from down below when we talked about the dinghy lift. So you see that your lazy jacks are not just attached to the sailback, and the whole weight of the boom would actually then hang on the sailback. No, it's attached directly to the boom. So you distribute the weight of the boom directly to the lazy jacks in a tender lifting operation.
Cool. Check out the interior.
Yes.
There are 3 interiors. So if we keep
There's
going,
another step. Okay.
Oh yeah, there is a step right here actually. That's
Yes.
what I used to come up, but I didn't really need it to come down. But there is a step
So-
integrated into the railing.
Should we go check out the guest cabin first?
Okay, yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna go on the starboard side first. Some kind of panels here.
Yeah. For the,
Oh, that's the door.
panels.
Okay, so the door so that's 2 panels, and then you have the sliding.
And the slider, yeah.
Okay, got it. If this was my primer cabin, I would feel like that's a bit of a hassle that you sometimes deal in the monohull, which I personally don't like. But as a guest cabin, it's nice because you can leave this closed so nothing gets wet and still have a really nice breeze coming in.
Totally.
Okay, come on in. As we mentioned, there's a little bit of a trade-off for the guest cabins, and the bed is a little more narrow, but it's still a good double-sized bed.
For sure.
2 people can sleep here, and you do have a little shoulder room. It's not completely like wall to wall.
Oh, this is kind of cool. Your emergency exit.
Yeah, you've got a little hammer here to get yourself out if something would ever happen. The integrated hanging hooks here, nice touch. I like it, just for some extra storage.
It feels very bright and light in here.
Wow!
For your suitcases and stuff.
For a lot of things. This is great.
Yep. Full storage.
Pretty fabulous. And if you are solo cruising on this boat and this is just your extra overflow storage, look how much space you have for toys, for different things. Because this is outfitted in a very kind of a bare fashion, so you could easily put wet things in here. You know, not wet, but it's like toys, basically. More usable storage is here. Oh, think it's really good. Good size. It's deep.
Yep.
Okay. A little hanging locker
And
here.
keep in mind it's a guest cabin, it's not your main cabin.
Oh. Correct. So, do you have a hatch there? Yes, you have a hatch you can open up in the front.
Yeah.
If you guys are wondering where's our head, well, you do have a sink here, and somewhere on the islands is not a bad place to brush your teeth, honestly. Pretty cool.
So it is a wet hat.
Yeah, so it's your wet head right here, and the way you would use the toilet, it's actually pretty creative.
Use the toilet? Oh, wow.
So here's your shower. It is a little smaller size.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah?
And then what's behind this?
Yeah, what's behind this? Let's look.
This is actually a pretty cool feature.
Great use of space, I gotta say. They really thought about it. Holy smokes!
What? Wow.
Oh, that's pretty great.
That's a lot more storage right here.
Do you think it's on both sides?
Yep.
That's
fantastic.
That's pretty cool. Really great. Okay, let's just pop in on the other side. It's identical, but I want to make sure that you guys, you know, didn't tell me that I didn't check out everything.
Yeah, it's exactly an identical cabin to the other one. It's actually pretty roomy for a guest cabin. If you compare that to like some of the charter catamarans we have chartered, the cabins don't have that much space to walk around and get dressed.
It's different, but again, if this is your cruising space, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
All right, coming up. Let's check out the interior. So I gotta close this door, you guys. Create a little sound privacy for ourselves. So you can open the door completely, or you can just open one side.
This is brilliant.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
So it looks like there's a spot for a TV if you want one.
Oh, for a lift, huh? Or right here?
Yeah.
You just put it right here.
Yeah, I would just mount it on the wall.
Yeah, I don't need for a lift, for sure. This is just a good spot to put your iPhone or things are not sliding, your sunglasses when you walk in. So let's open stuff up. Got some drawers.
Oh, it's actually deeper than I expected.
Yeah, it is. It's not bad.
Yeah.
And you have these as well. A bit of an extension of your galley on this boat. They've got cups here. We have a sitting area here. I mean, it's great for 4. You could sit with 6 people here if you would squish it a little bit to here and just kind of around.
Point out the storage behind.
Oh, I didn't see it. I missed it. Wow.
Right?
They really focused on making sure that this boat is good for cruising, that you have a lot of storage because they understand the importance of it. So did a great job.
And a pretty cool indirect lighting too in the panel here.
Yeah, I like it as well. All right, we're gonna go forward to the galley. It is an open concept here. Everything is opened up. While you're cooking, you can entertain, hang out with your guests. I like this. I like how they just decided, hey, why don't I give you a little bit more countertop storage space? That's great. Okay, let's start on this side, yeah?
Yep.
Some drawers here. This one looks large. Nice.
Oh yeah, your cookware.
Great for pots and pans. We have drawer fridges. I like that they opt in for these based on the size and didn't do one of these small fridge that you always, you know, can't see anything. Drawers are great, like those. Drawer fridges are also much better on preserving.
Or keeping the cold.
Keeping the cold air in.
Yeah.
So I've been told. Okay.
Same like the top loaders.
Huh, check this out.
That's really deep actually.
That's great. Wait, is that?
You can open it up all the way.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
This is massive. So this would be for ice cream?
Yeah.
Or is it a fridge?
I don't know, it might be a fridge. Maybe it could be both. I'm not sure.
It could be definitely both. It goes to -30.
Oh yeah.
Fabulous. We have a 2-burner cooktop. We have an oven.
Propane.
Yeah, propane. And we have a proper oven here. A drawer.
What is
More
that
storage
little,
space
what's
here.
That little thing next to
Yeah,
the...
what is this little thing? Oh, it's a gas valve.
Oh, it's your safety valve, yeah.
Yep, that you gotta make sure you turn off when you're not using the stove.
Love it.
The window visibility here is pretty gorgeous. I really like it. Nicely curved. It has this modern feel and design. Really nice. It's a lot of countertop space for this galley.
Yes.
A lot. Like this is so deep. What is this? A skylight?
Skylight, yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
What is it? Shower or head?
For the head, yeah. 2 deep double sink. What's this? Oh, that's your trash, which they're using differently right now. But yeah, that would be your trash here. And then when we come over to the starboard side.
Starboard, like that's kind of like your chart table, your conventional chart table, where you would sit on longer crossings potentially. If the weather is bad, you could just go inside. You still have your autopilot here to adjust the course, do some work.
This is a really great visibility. Somehow it feels shorter here. Like you feel like you're much closer to the bow when you're here.
Oh yes, you are.
Right?
Yeah.
And like what I'm used to on catamaran of similar size. Why is that?
Yeah.
Because it's a trimaran, they can go a bit further.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a perfect spot for longer crossings.
It's very comfortable.
Or it could be a great work spot.
Great work spot. I agree. What do we have here? A little bit of a storage here.
Yep.
And then just the basics with everything you need here,
and
right?
then still storage underneath here. I see like a drawer there, and there's probably some more space underneath the bench.
Wow.
Yep.
Cool. You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
Nice. And where's the master? Really another great spot underway.
On deck master.
That is fabulous spot underway. You need to come over here. Look at this.
So let's pretend we're laying in bed.
Look at this.
This is pretty unique.
How great is that?
And then again, most catamarans, pretty much all production catamarans, you have your master, if you have a master layout or an owner's version layout, in the pontoon.
Correct.
And usually the pontoons have smaller windows. I mean, look at this here. You do not get these kind of windows on a catamaran.
No.
Unless we're going up to like a, 70, 80 foot catamaran, which is a complete different house number.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really great visibility. I mean, I could see everything from here.
Yeah.
You know what else is something that's for me always kind of a thing when we are on the catamaran is when we at anchor and you wake up every couple of hours to check your anchor and make sure you're okay.
Anchor watch.
And and you pop out of the hatch and you gotta look at this. I mean, you could look out of the window if there is something to track and see.
But this is easy.
But you don't have to do anything. You just literally wake up, you go, yeah, we're good, and nothing.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Storage capacities.
Oh yeah, let's look what's here. They did a sliding door here, which is just nice because if it's just you living on a boat, I'd never have it closed.
Yeah, you would always have it open anyways.
How great, yeah.
So you got a hanging locker there.
Yeah, and actually good size.
Mm-hmm. And then there's little storage, open storage right there, and then I see like two large
drawers.
Oh yeah, they're very deep.
I mean, it's not a massive amount of storage, but if you're living on this, you have other storage in other places that you can obviously put stuff, but it's not a lot of closet space per se.
Yeah.
Okay, our head is actually forward.
Mm-hmm.
Coming down here, there are switches.
Oh yeah, low voltage switches, and then there's the high voltage switches, and then inverter charger switches right there. Yeah, there are our high voltage breakers.
Oh,
so it looks like there's plenty more storage down here.
Yeah, there is. This is an extension of your master. So we'll start in the shower. You've got a hatch here you can open up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good size shower.
I mean, potentially two-person shower.
Come check it out. Let's see if we can fit. You have to close the door to see if it really fits. And, oh, yeah, there's plenty of room.
So you have a towel or wet clothes hanger here, locker.
Oh, that's
in
nice.
this wet space, so you close it up.
Ah.
It's tucked away when you're done showering. You know your fall weather gear, for example, if you have a really rainy day, you don't want to put it in the cabin. You can just put it in here. It's a wet space anyways.
I actually feel like I would use it different. I would put my dry towel there. When I'm done showering, I can grab my towel, I can dry myself off, and I can come out of here completely dry.
Good point.
So there's a few ways you can do that.
Yeah.
And I would probably put a couple of hooks here for like swimsuit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So here we have our sink. Medicine cabinet. Oh, good size. Look, it's pretty deep in here.
Yep.
And right here, extra storage. That's deep as well. This is great. You know, someone's showering, you can get ready. Pretty nice. And this is an extension of your master. Check it out. Wow.
Wow, that's a lot of storage.
All right, so I take it back. There's a lot, a lot of closet space.
Yeah, no, this is great.
The head is here, which also makes great day head.
That's true.
If you just have people over.
Still has a little natural light coming in from above.
I can go here just to give you perspective. I mean, it's not massive, but it's good.
It's plenty good.
And if you're entertaining, people can easily use the head here.
Yeah, and you can even close this up here.
Yeah,
if you want to get ready, get some board, and
very true.
It's great.
It's very creative the way they did this. I gotta say, I was always wondering about this in the Trimaran, and they did a good job. I really like it. in here?
Let's open it.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Rico, that looks huge. So you can put a washing machine there, right?
Yes, you could easily, I mean, look at the space, guys. This is incredible. So direct tank access here, which is also really cool. Then we have the water heater mounted right there. Everything is accessible. All your lines, all your hoses. Another fire extinguisher down here. If you have to use it for the engine room, there's a little access port right there. And you can just unload the fire extinguisher into the engine room. Even here you have an emergency hatch if you have to escape the boat through this side. Means like if you invert it. Then we have a water maker, at least water maker component mounted up here, the membranes. The rest of the water maker is actually down there. And the house batteries are here. And then all your Vectron solar and energy management right here, all exposed, easy access. That's
so
pretty
your
cool.
batteries, house batteries are there too?
Yeah, they're right there.
Wow, this is so cool because it's totally dry space. Is there enough room for like an actual washer and dryer?
I think you could have both here. I think you could have a washing machine and a dryer.
I would be perfectly okay climbing in and out if you could have both. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can probably customize it a little, different stairs, different ladder, whatever. If you wanna,
I could see that.
If you want to use something different.
That's awesome.
Pretty interesting.
So one feature that I found very interesting is the location of the engine room. And like you said, it's just one engine. It's kind of neat because I always feel like on the catamarans, it's pretty exposed. So if you have rough weather or rough conditions, if it's really pouring down rain and you got to get down in the engine room, you're pretty exposed.
Yeah.
So here it's dry and safe. Something to consider.
Let's check it out.
The engine room is right in the middle of the cockpit.
Again, like Victoria mentioned, protected.
Completely covered, protected. It's basically a dry space. What do we have here?
This here are actually our steering lines.
Interesting.
Directly coming from the helm. These are not steel ropes. These are actually Dyneema ropes for the steering, which I heard makes it a lot more smooth, the feeling at the helm. Also, if you ever have an issue and a steel rope breaks, snaps, whatever happened to it, or the end comes off, you're kind of screwed.
You know from your own experience.
I know from my own experience. Yeah, I've had that happen to me. And if you don't have a spare one, it's not an easy fix.
And it happened to you on like an 80-foot sailboat.
On a big vessel, yeah.
You had to...
In the middle of the Sea of Cortez.
You had to like rig it up and go on a...
So we used the emergency tiller for quite some time.
Yikes.
Anyways, like if I would have had that system here, I could have just easily, just take a little bit of Dyneema and rig it and make it work again. Let me take the camera and point it in here. If I show you guys that in here, there's plenty of space still left for storage. I would probably have like a crate system or something if that would be my personal boat. And then we have the main engine, a Volvo Penta with a sail drive. And look at the space around the engine. There's total easy access to work on the engine, to service the engine. And then I see another hose there. That is an emergency bilge pump with an extra long hose. So you can even use it in other bilge areas of the boat if you had to. Pretty convenient, really cool thing to have. Very clean, very organized, super cool.
Well, Neil told us that their whole design for the engine room was to make it as kind of as simple and open as possible. And I think they definitely achieved that.
They achieved that.
I gotta say, I would feel really good about you working in there if it was rough fall weather. And it's really close to the helm, so you can communicate if you need to check things, if things are starting to work or not.
For sure.
Good location.
Yeah.
For maybe a couple that's more concerned about safety, older. This is very practical.
I agree. I agree.
Alrighty, you guys, this completes our tour of this NEEL 47 Trimaran. If you are interested in learning more about NEEL Trimarans or Trimaran Charter Company All the contact information will be in the description underneath the video. Thank you for hosting us, Neil, and thank you so much, you guys, for taking the time to write those comments. Even if it's just a couple of words, it makes a huge difference. Thank you for all the likes. Check out our Patreon page. Check out our Instagram.
Enjoy the outtakes. Can have dining for 10 people.
But you said the whole anchorage. That's a little more than 10 people, usually. Depends where you anchor. With my boo-boo. Me falling down in the middle of the show.
The lights are flickering.
Crapper.
Can you come up?
Yeah, but you're
You look like a gnome. Okay, I'm going to switch places with you.
Okay. You have space.
I can't see the toilet at all.
Here's your toilet. You can't see the toilet? Here.
No, baby, I can't see the toilet.
You can see it right now. Look, there's
Can
me.
you please? So do we still gonna check out the other cabin too? Because it's exactly the same.
I mean, honestly, this could be a bunk for a child. And then when we come over to the starboard side.
Starboard, like that's. Can you hold this?
And the performance is really good. Yes, it's a big advantage.
Oh, okay.
What was that?
This. I don't know what. Oh, here.
If you are interested in NEEL catamarans or in...
No. NEEL Trimarans.
What's wrong with me? Trimaran yacht charter. Alrighty, you guys, this completes our tour of this 47...
Of this NEEL 47.